Good morning, people of the Book It. Hold on. Josh is botting.
Hold on.
Josh is fucking botting. That is not how we want to start the show, Josh.
Well, we're good.
Good. Let's run it back. Good morning, Book It Sports community and people around the globe. We got another great episode of The Morning After for you today. We got Josh in the studio. We got a great show planned. Krabs is coming up later because we got a trip to Vegas planned. So we didn't want to miss out on a Krabby Thursday. So we moved him to Wednesday. So we're going to bring him up soon here in a little bit. Listen, I don't think you can get more unlucky than me right now when it comes to betting. I think that if I went outside, 80-degree weather, sun shining, and I said, oh, what a beautiful day, it would start raining. And it would start thundering, and it would start lightning, and it might just snow. Because that's the way my luck is going. If I told you the weather's supposed to be really good today, it's supposed to be 82 degrees, you're going to walk outside and get frostbite. That's where it's at right now. All right, so we're changing the juju up. We got a $100 giveaway coming in later in the show. You got to be in the Twitch chat. Josh is going to pick the winner at the end of the show. You're going to have to send me a screenshot that verifies you are the owner of the Twitch account that is commenting, and you're going to get $100 at the end of the show. Let's get into it, shall we? Ohio State minus 5.5. Covering for 99% of the game turned into an outright loser, Josh. The over in Ole Miss, South Carolina, with 5 minutes left. I had it at 137. The live over got up to 150. I thought, you know what? This was a great bet. I didn't trust my wagon Ole Miss to cover the 3.5, so I just took the over because I thought two high-powered offenses. What happens? A 5-minute scoring drought, and the game goes under. And guess what? Ole Miss covered the 3.5. So if I just took the wagon and stopped bitching, we could have had a full-blown cover on our hands.
Could have.
But no, we took the over, and it lost because of a 5-minute scoring drought. We needed 4 points, Josh. I needed 4 points.
That's incredible.
4 points I needed. 150 was the live total. That is insane.
Yeah, that's not.
That is insane.
That's not okay.
That is insane. Shout out Maryland at home minus 7.5. Losing outright to Rutgers. Here we go, Kevin Willard. Way to be Kevin Willard. I swear to God, Kevin Willard might be the most bipolar coach of all time. It's either they win and cover in spots where there's no chance they should, or they come home and everyone wants to ride them because they're a wagon at home and they lose outright to the worst team in the Big Ten. Like, what are we doing up there, man? Put the crab dip down and start covering some goddamn spreads for me, Kev. How about that, guy? Shout out the Seminoles. Saved me from a full fade almost.
One of Trent's live bets last night from Night Sweats.
Wow.
Took them minus 2.5 when they were up 4, and they won by 1.
Wow, that is moose shit. Welcome back to Trent. We had a great Night Sweats last night. If you guys missed it, probably going to do it again next week. Lauren, Shelley, and Trent did a little, it was almost like a combine.
Yeah, essentially.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the live bet combine.
Yeah, the live bet combine. Shout out Florida State. Thought I was going to full fade all night. Florida State came in the clutch. Thank you very much. Gave me one to at least get through the night. Indiana, you're canceled. Thanks for blowing my spread. Dayton, how about it? I got the most comments. So whenever I put out my plays, the one play I get the most comments about, I know is hitting. Dayton was the most hated on play. I put out 8 plays. Went 3 for 5. Horrible. But Dayton was the most hated on play of everything. They're like, dude, St. Joe's, you beat the shit out of them. Dayton came out and won by almost 30. Okay? They were down by 3 at half. 4 at half. They came back and won by almost 30.
That's incredible.
Shout out Texas Longhorns. Fucking moose shit. You're fucking moose shit. Moose shit. I'm done. I'm done with the sharp lines, Josh.
Dude, I know.
Villanova, Kansas State, Texas is a favorite at home. That Texas team is fucking garbage. Garbage. Like, they're horrible.
No,
They are horrible.
Dude, minus 1.5. Iowa State's a good team, dude. I expected them to win that game. I expected Texas to win that game.
No shit, Josh. I nuked the money line. They're moose shit. Horrible program. Like, they are horrible.
Dude, it also sucks, too. Like, you're getting blown out at half, and then, like, you have the audacity to come all the way back and like, give people hope.
Come
and
all
then
the way back.
Still choke. Like, UNC also did the exact same thing yesterday.
Yeah, but it was always Clemson. Shout out OU. Here we go. BYU's fucking moose shit on the road. But yeah, I mean, UNC, same shit. Could have just taken Kentucky, minus 9.5, but we didn't because we're dumb, right? Here we go. Well done. Well done, guys. Well done. Really proud of everyone involved. Shout out Michigan State. Took a money line. They were minus 3.5. They lost outright by 3 to Minnesota. But guess what? We move.
You were saying Minnesota's a good team, though.
They have covered the most spreads in college basketball.
What's
and I faded them.
What's their guard's name? Christie.
Who? Dawson
Minnesota's.
Garcia?
No, his last name's Christie. He's
The
he's
one that
from my
Krabs
hometown.
fades all the time, or is that the kid on Arizona State?
No, he doesn't fade him. He's from my hometown though.
Oh, really?
Max Christie, you know the kid in the Lakers?
Yeah,
it's his little
yeah.
brother.
Oh, that's cute. That's fun. That's cute. Great board on today. But Josh, I was scrolling through Twitter last night, and we posted the Drake clip. Got some weird comments, I will say.
I'm sure.
I expected that to happen. But I was scrolling through Twitter the other day, and saying to my girlfriend last night, she made a great point. What in the world happened to Lil Skies?
Where did that come from?
Well, because we were listening to music last night, and one of his old songs came on, and he's been one of my favorite guys. And I was like, oh fuck.
He used to be.
And she was just in the bathroom doing her thing. She was like, what happened to Lil Skies? And I was like, fuck. Man,
I think he's making a comeback on the Lyrical Lemonade album.
I saw it, but that song was good. But what?
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Where did he go?
Creeping, dude. That song.
Where did he go, dude?
Bang.
Where did he go?
I don't know, dude. He fell off.
Is he in your top 5 SoundCloud era?
No.
No?
Maybe. I mean, number 1.
Lust?
No, he was good. Yeah, no, he was good. He was good. I mean, 1 is for sure trippy. I
thought it was Uzi.
You consider him a SoundCloud era guy?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that 2016 XXL freshman class was all SoundCloud guys.
Yeah, but I don't know if I consider Uzi a SoundCloud guy.
I think
he's too big to be a SoundCloud guy.
But that's how he started on SoundCloud, though.
Did he?
So, yeah.
I remember his first album was on Apple Music when I saw it.
No, it was him and Gucci Mane on SoundCloud.
Oh yeah, 1017 versus the World.
Yeah.
But that was after his what is it? The Lil Uzi versus the World. That was after that.
He dropped something on SoundCloud. That was pretty. Yeah, I think so.
But
Lil Yachty was a SoundCloud guy.
Lil Yachty,
sure.
goat. He was a goat.
Yeah, he was a SoundCloud guy.
Goat.
Trippie Redd is good chat. Cardi, yeah. Cardi. He's a fucking bot, by the way.
Juice WRLD, obviously.
Oh,
Juice WRLD wasn't he wasn't putting out songs on SoundCloud. Just people were leaking songs on SoundCloud.
No, but All Girls Are the Same was a SoundCloud song at first.
Was it?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
He had a massive SoundCloud catalog, actually. If you go back to his account now, there's still a bunch of
everything. Lil Pump.
Have you seen fuck that guy? Have you seen the Playboi Carti Aiden Ross stuff?
Yeah, dude. I mean, does that surprise you at all though? Playboi Carti is a dickhead. You know that.
Dude, he's an awful human being.
Yeah.
I don't know if people know this. He missed the birth of his son to play Xbox.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, no, he's a scumbag. We know that.
And then he cheated on Iggy Azalea with his new baby mama that he has a daughter with.
Yeah.
He's not a good guy. I don't know why we think just because he makes good music that he's cool. Also, I don't know if you saw him coming out of the woodwork the other day. He had mud on his face.
Yeah.
A
thong
see what
do we do?
What happened? What happens to these guys? What happens to these rappers when they become big and people start calling them artists? Do they just think looking dumb is cool now? That wasn't edgy. It's just you have a thong on and you're mud on your face.
I think Kanye West started that because he obviously makes fashion trends, or he did.
But they're not.
But they're just fashion. But no, I know. And they're just trying to him and even Travis Scott's the same way. What he wore at the Grammys, he looked like a clown. He's wearing hockey equipment.
What is the bit with the pads?
They try to do stuff that they think is artistic and cool, but it's just you look like an idiot.
Complete miss. What is with the pads everyone's wearing? Drake is wearing fucking pads on stage.
Yeah,
Travis is why are we wearing pads?
I have no idea.
I don't understand. We're not hitting the gridiron, getting ready to fucking fill a gap. You know, what are we doing right now in hip hop? All right, Josh. Well, what happened in the world? Talk to me about it a little bit.
Well,
three things.
Let's bring Krabby up here.
Yeah, let's get him up.
And let's talk to him about one.
All right, let's bring Krabs up. We got him on a Wednesday. It's normally a Thursday. Krabs, welcome to the show. We missed you. How are you doing?
We're doing great. And I wanted to come up real quick. I got a Playboi Carti story. Try saying that 3 times fast to confirm what you're saying. So we were super hype at Virginia Tech. I think my sophomore year, I believe. They landed Playboi Carti to come and perform. We had concerts every year there. And he was going to perform in one of the auditoriums, literally a classroom, which is kind of crazy and hilarious. But we pulled up. It was pretty much all the fraternity guys and the basketball team were there waiting for Playboi Carti to come out. And honestly, we were hyped and it was going to be sick. It was pretty much just all of us there, probably less than 1,000 people total. We're fuck yeah, Playboi Carti's blowing up. His first really popular album just dropped. This is about to be sick, right? Why is he coming to Blacksburg, Virginia? So we're there. We're waiting for about an hour. And nobody's come out yet. And then you see this guy come out on the stage with a mic who's clearly not Playboi Carti. and he says, "Hey guys, Playboy Cardi's not going to be able to come and play today. Apologies. He just didn't show up. He didn't come.
Dude,
He
what
was
is
never
the
in
bit?
Blacksburg.
The crazy thing
never
about
there.
that too is that you know that he was there and just didn't want to perform.
Maybe he
Like,
saw the
there's no way
crowd
they
and was
wouldn't have
like, "This
told
is
you,
not."
Before that.
You'd think, but I still believe that he was just never in Blacksburg. He just never showed up. You know,
I wouldn't be shocked if he never showed up.
No,
To be
I mean,
honest.
dude,
that's what
If
I'm
he was like,
saying.
yeah,
Like,
my
he was never
flight
fucking
gets
there.
in late, and then just missed his flights and just didn't care.
Dude, Young Thug's kind of the same way too. Like, I guess they just like, I went to like a Young Thug concert, like at Chance the Rapper's like Magnificent Coloring Day thing, and he was supposed to come out. He was like took pictures backstage, just never came out. Like he was there and never came
But
out.
he was there.
Yes.
That's so weird,
I
dude.
know.
I wonder like what goes into it, dude. Like, there's got to be something that goes into it,
Yeah,
other than just being like brain dead.
Yeah.
And
Like,
then
that's just
you're
like
shutting out little skies, Mikey, to get the day started. That's how
Yep.
you have a great day. Okay, I still
That is-
remember listening to Little Skies, that album "Life of a Dark Rose" or whatever
Oh.
it was unbelievable. Where is Little Skies? Someone
Where is
find him. Is he okay? We need new bangers.
I need an
Feel like he's
APB
been
out on those guys.
Where
Dude,
is
funny
he?
story actually. So my college did a bunch of concerts as well at Providence. My favorite one was we had Lil Uzi come. He was not late, showed up, was on the stage, put on a banger of a show,
That's
like
awesome.
nuts level good. And this was like right before. Then we had Race Remard the next semester, so it was like we were just back to back to back to back. But Lil Uzi's concert so sick. Finishes his concert, like did a couple extra songs like for the freebie, which is so cool. Throws the mic into the crowd. Throws the mic into the crowd. Someone in my grade, not one of my buddies though, like snags the mic, like puts it on their shirt, whatever. Lockdown. They lock every door of this. Like we were in like where you have intramural like basketball, like a massive gym. The school locks every door. And this guy gets on the stage. He goes, "Whoever's got the mic, you're not leaving with that mic. We need that mic." It was like, dude, it's like one microphone. Like, there's no way they needed that bad. And literally, it took 30 minutes because they locked every door. And everyone's like, "Yo, give like silence now."
Yeah, just cough it up.
Yeah, everyone's
So,
like, "Dude,
whoever
give the
has
mic
it,
back." Like,
I know
nobody
you
gives
want
a
it. Just
fuck,
cough
dude.
it up.
And the kid was like, "Dude, fucking Lil Uzi though. He was like, that's his mic." And then like literally the guy, like the Providence guy, was like, "If you think we're gonna put on another performance, if that mic doesn't turn up in the next 30 minutes, you guys are out of your minds." And I was like, "Dude, there's no
What do you
way."
pay tuition for? Where is the second mic?
Yeah, dude.
Give
And
me a break.
everyone's like all fucked up, like trying to just like leave, and it's like, "Dude, give the mic back." The kid finally's like, "I got it." Like gives it back to the school.
Fine,
They
here
unlock
it
all the
is.
doors. It was like so botted.
And you were talking about Kevin Willard as well. I wanted to add on to that. He might be a terrible coach.
Dude,
He might just not be that guy. People
ready
are
to see
roasting him on Twitter right now, Mikey. He's getting dragged.
is he
for just
actually?
he's getting dragged for Maryland fans are like, what happened to Kevin Willard? He's a different guy. His interviews are weird. He's on the huddles. The team stinks, obviously. And after last year, they were unbelievable. They overperformed out the wazoo with a bunch of transfers. What happened? What's going on here? You got to point the finger at coach. You can't lose to Rutgers.
Dude, you can't lose to
Oh.
Rockies.
You can't lose to Rutgers.
I don't know what happened, dude, because last year that team was monstrous at home. He just basically built a Seton Hall team that he had at Seton Hall for the past 5 years, which is monsters at home, very mediocre on the road. And then he won a couple tournament games. I just don't know what happened because he kept the main pieces. He kept Scott. He kept Jameer Young. Like he needed Jameer Young. I don't know what changed in DNA this year, whether the locker room is gone, but this Maryland team looks so different from last year's Maryland team. And it's pretty much the same nucleus. So I'm just confused. Oh, dude, I fucking forgot about this shit.
No.
Dude.
No.
No, dude. No, dude, I forgot.
Josh, you're a
this shit, dude.
fuck, bro. You are a sick fuck.
Dude, I do not want to eat this, dude. I totally forgot about this.
You got to eat it, brother. You got to eat that shit.
Dude.
Take a big old chomp out of that puppy. Bigger the bite, the quicker it goes down. Come on.
All right, Krabs. While we do this, Josh wanted to ask you about something that happened with the Commanders.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about a potential trade between our two orgs.
They didn't even put the fish on the whole bun, and I can't move it because the cheese is glued down, dude.
Maybe just eat the bread part. That could be cheat code.
Dude, I actually like really
It's
don't.
like
want to eat this
literally
crab.
glued together with Elmer's.
Dude, I really don't want to eat this crabs. All right, Krabs. Talk to me about Cliff Kingsbury going to the Commanders.
What does that mean for your boys?
Well, what that means for our boys is we're getting a mobile QB. And whether that's Caleb Williams, which I do not think it will be, I think he's going to be a Bear. And it would be a huge mistake if the Bears give up on Caleb Williams and trade that pick away. But we're either getting him, we're getting Jaden Daniels, and we're not getting Drake May. And that's a W for me as a Commanders fan. I've been preaching from the choir saying we don't want Sam Howell. Or we don't want, well, we definitely don't want Sam Howell, but we don't want Drake May. Sam Howell 2.0, right? As Mikey Scarfs found that disgusting breakfast.
Yeah, I just spit that first bite out. Like the thought of swallowing this is like actually making me want to get sick. I don't think you guys understand. Like you might think like it's just a fish fillet, but the things going through my head while trying to eat this thing and how it actually tastes like, dude, it's making the back of my throat.
You can't be thinking about. Let's think about Providence and Creighton. All right, but let me finish this with the
Cliff. Yeah, Cliff. Right? Cliff. You don't think you're gonna get Caleb? That feels like a hot take. I feel like if you get Cliff, you try to trade up for Caleb.
Everyone's acting like with getting Cliff Kingsbury as our new OC, it's a package deal, and we already have Caleb on the team. Do people not understand that the Bears camp has not come out and said anything differently? That they don't want Caleb? They're taking him. Everything I've heard, they're taking Caleb Williams.
Yeah,
and I'm going to look like Mikey right now eating that sandwich when I see that fucking draft pick because everyone's getting their hopes up for no reason.
Yeah, I got an inside source that also has said that we are taking Caleb Williams.
You're taking Caleb Williams because if you don't, they're going to regret it for the rest of their life, and whoever is running that team will get fired in a matter of a couple of years if you don't take him. You have to take.
But does he want to play in Chicago? I feel like he's like an Eli Manning guy.
No, he won't.
It doesn't matter. That's only been pulled a handful of times. It hasn't been pulled in years. And Eli Manning got away with it because of his last name. But look, it doesn't matter if the player doesn't want to go there. It doesn't matter if he's from BC. He's going number one. And we're going to have to trade everything on earth for him. And I don't think it's going to even be enough. I think the Bears want him no matter what. And I would too if I was the Bears. If I was Josh, I'd be happy.
No, yes, for sure. Also, Jeff's flaming me for my inside source. My inside source is actually his private quarterbacks coach who I play golf with.
Whoa.
So.
Oh, man. That was a crazy noise, bro.
Oh, my goodness.
I can't take another bite.
Why don't we put that to the side? Why don't we put that to the side and start talking about Providence basketball? That might help make you more less sense.
Let's talk about Providence basketball.
Let's talk about Creighton and Providence because you guys have a chance and you're a short dog. I mean, we can both agree that line is short as heck. But it's Creighton, and they're big frauds, right? They stink. They're coming off some losses. They're clearly not them. What is your take on this Providence team today getting 2.5 points?
Oh, my God.
What's she order?
Dude, you know when you like throw up and like your eyes start watering? I feel like the water's in the back of my eyes right now. Like that was. And you know what it is? It's really not the fish. I'll be honest. It's really not the fish. It's this warm fucking goo that they've got on here. This white, warm goo on here that when I bite it, it like just goos my mouth. And it's like,
is that one of the worst things
mayonnaise. I hate mayonnaise. I hate the consistency of mayonnaise, and it's tartar sauce, and it's warm, and it's the consistency of mayonnaise, and it like hits my tongue, and it literally makes me want to fucking throw up.
Also, chat, that's a fresh fish fillet. It's not like an old one.
Yeah, these are like
just got
warm,
that fresh,
warm tartar sauce
right out of the ocean.
I think if it was that fish has never been in the ocean. Whatever fish is on this goddamn sandwich has never swam in the ocetion.
No,
not one time.
It's some sort of lab fish.
Let's talk about the slate a little bit. Let's talk Providence basketball. I'm gonna try to take one more bite of that, but I don't see it going well. Listen, here's the thing. Just don't even bet it. I'm gonna bet it, but don't do it. There's no reason to do it. We can't score. We're gonna go on 5-minute, 4-minute, 3-minute scoring droughts in both halves. If Creighton gets hot for even 2 minutes, we have a phenomenal defense. But if Creighton gets hot for 2 minutes and they get a 10-point lead, like we can't come back from behind. We're not very good at it against good teams. Because if Devin Carter can't hit a 3 from the logo and open up the offense, we're fucked in the street. And Oduro's going to have Kalkbrenner on him today. That's a horrible matchup for Oduro. And Oduro kind of drives the offense when Carter can't get a shot going. So the fact that we're going to have Devin Carter probably getting double teamed, and then you got Kalkbrenner down low with Oduro, like this is going to be a long game for us.
How is Providence 3-point defense?
Dude, it's good. I mean, we have like one of the best defenses in the country. Like when Bryce Hopkins was healthy, like that was why we were winning games. Because he could defend 1 through 5, and Devin Carter shuts down your best player. Like I expect Trey Alexander to have a horrible day. But like the thing is, though, we're going to like, it doesn't even matter because we cannot score the basketball. Like we have proven we're not good at scoring the basketball.
Yeah, both your guys' schools are short dogs today at home. Josh, your Mizzou Tigers, right?
Dude, I mean,
They are short dogs at home.
I don't think it matters, dude. You just fade them. They are so bad. They are so bad. Like Ken Pom has us at like 120. We should be in the 300 somewhere. We're genuinely an awful basketball team.
Yeah, they're getting 4.5 points.
But I'd rather take Texas A&M than Providence.
I know Krabs wants to take Mizzou, but
I do.
I know you do.
I'll probably stay off both your guys' schools, but I do lean both ways. I think they're short dogs.
We're just so bad that like you don't even want to lose your mind watching us. Like it's not fun.
Krabs, I got a game for you.
Sure.
Auburn, Alabama. Opened up at
Yes.
Auburn -4.5, moved to 5.5. I've seen in the past 3 days teams go from -1.5 to 2.5, from -2.5 to 3.5, from 3.5 to 4.5, and lose outright. Among them, Texas, Ohio State. And what was the last one last night that happened to me too? Oh, that's right. Michigan State. So do you trust the line movement? Because I'm not trusting the line movements anymore. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm looking at the lines and I'm done with it. If the line moves, water off my back, I could care less at this point.
Sure. I mean, I still think Auburn is the right side here, and that's got to average out a little bit with sharp bets being cake. I mean, with the line movement the last couple of days, I've noticed it too. Like the squares have been grubbing, and the line movement has not mattered one bit. So I do like Auburn in the spots as a little revenge angle, right? So they've already played and lost to Bama this season, but they did not play at the Jungle. Okay, they're playing at the Jungle tonight. Auburn is going to dominate and run the tempo in this game. Oh, so brutal. That looks like my card from yesterday. Yep. There it is.
Okay, that was the last bite. That was the last bite you guys are getting. Oh my God.
Auburn. Oh, that shit stank, don't it?
Okay, sorry.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know if it's Auburn though, Krabs. I'm going to be honest with you.
Here's what I'm going to do with Auburn today. I'm going to parlay them with a school familiar to you, George Mason, the home of your new coach, the home of Oduro previously, right?
Dude,
George
they've
Mason
kind of
has been
recovered
struggling.
from losing pretty much everybody.
Yeah, I mean, they got a couple of former Hokies. They got Darius Maddox, my guy, coming over there is leading the way. This George Mason team's pretty solid. So they got off to a really good start this season, but they've really struggled of late. They're coming off a couple losses in a row. I think 3 losses in a row. They have the same records as Sister Jean and Loyola of Chicago, but Loyola of Chicago is coming off of 2 nice wins at home. Here's the deal, though. Sister Jean only has Powers at home. She's on the road today at George Mason down here in Virginia. And I like the way that line is steaming up as well. I'm going to parlay George Mason on the ML with my guy Darius Maddox. And I'm going to take them with Auburn on the ML and go about my day. Little 2-piece.
You're liking George Mason on the ML.
Yeah, I'm going to parlay that puppy with Auburn. Yeah.
Parlay piece. So here's my thing that I was thinking about, Krabs. And I feel like this matters in college sports, and it doesn't matter in any other level of athletics, really. Is in college sports when these rivalries matter, right? You got the Iron Bowl in football. And Alabama normally always wins the Iron Bowl, except for, every other off year, maybe. Auburn normally can cover because it's normally a close game, but Alabama normally wins the Iron Bowl. I feel like now that Auburn is good at basketball, this is where they've been getting their lick back for the Iron Bowl, and it matters to them that they can beat the shit out of Alabama in any sport. And I feel like when it's at home, I've seen tents on the streets of Auburn, of these kids waiting to get into this game. I think that this could be a massacre.
I agree. I think they destroy them. I think their defense shows up. I mean, they have one of the best point guards in the country who's going to dominate this tempo and control the tempo, dominate the pace. And they've got, a very, very, very good big man as well down there in Janai Broome. So I really like this Auburn team. Bruce Pearl, we know he's one of the best coaches in the country, and this team at home. Now, I will say the last time that Alabama made their way to Auburn about 2 years ago, they actually did beat Auburn outright for the first time in a while at the Jungle. So I'd be surprised if they run that back again. I love this spot for Auburn. Like I said, Auburn's also already lost to Alabama at Bama this year. I think you're right, Mikey. I think they get their lick back today.
And, dude, I'll be honest, like this Bama team compared to Bama teams the past 2-3 years, a little unimpressive. I think Mark Sears is really freaking good. Estrada is, on his night good. But all around, like, for this Alabama team to be the number 16 team in the country, that feels a little high for me, to be honest.
It does. I mean, look, they had some bad losses early. They definitely played better in the second half of the season, for sure. and they're starting to gain some steam. That's why I think they're going to be a pretty popular play today on the spreads. But look, I think that spread is pretty large considering they already lost to Bama once.
That is pretty
this
large,
season.
dude.
Pretty big. Yep.
Big.
So I'll be all over that on the ML, parlayed with my guys George Mason.
And Krabs, I'm going to throw you 3 plays that I love today.
Hit me.
And they're some system plays, also some wagons of mine. I'm sure you could guess 2 of them, but I'm just going to tell you them anyway. And then I have 2 games that I want to ask you about that seem like they're going to be talked about on BTL, and they might appear in some certain graphics after the show.
Sure.
The first one, I love Stanford at home against UCLA. This Stanford team has been a little sneaky for me. And this UCLA team has kind of been the past, I'm not going to say red hot because they're not, but to beat Oregon State and Oregon back-to-back games at home, it's impressive. Oregon's a very good basketball team. The way that they beat Oregon was impressive. This Stanford team is kind of like a sneaky little wagon, Krabs. And they're getting -3.5 at home. I love Stanford in this spot against a UCLA team that's coming off 2 massive wins.
I'm with you. I like that play. I lean that way. Probably not going to get to the counter only because they've already beaten UCLA once this year at UCLA. That's the only reason why I'm staying off. But everything else, the line, the splits, the spots, right? With UCLA coming off this, they have 3 massive wins in a row. USC, Oregon State, and Oregon, like you just said. People are starting to say UCLA's back. They're not back. They're just starting to play average. They're not good. They're not good either. They don't have enough scores, plain and simple. Their defense is solid, okay? But Stanford can outshoot them easily. If they do their job, they're going to beat them again like they already did this season. I'm with you.
Easily. And Jared Bynum coming off the bench now, that's where he played his best basketball in Providence. He was 6th man of the year in the Big East. Like, this is a spot where I think they might have just unlocked a little secret weapon in Jared Bynum. And
He's
I think
Lou Williams, bro.
And I've said it, and I've said it to Josh. When Jared Bynum plays and he's coming off the bench for the Stanford team, they're a different team than when he's not playing. Obviously, he's a super senior, so you need that. But this is a kind of game where I feel like Jared Bynum takes the reins if he's coming off the bench again. And it's like that second unit of UCLA. Like, he's shifty. He can shoot the ball. If he's playing second unit guys, we saw him struggle against first unit guys when he started for Providence. But that second unit, like, he can really dominate a second unit against any team in the country. I mean, he did it against San Diego State in the NCAA tournament. He even did it against Kansas. And like when he was at Providence, he's a guy where that second unit he can eat on. And I think Stanford just needs to realize that and be okay that it's not hurting his feelings to not start.
100%. He plays better off the bench. Some people do.
Second game, Krabs. And this is a Mikey play. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. I'm tired of betting on shitty schools in sharp spots because they keep taking me on the street and banging my brains out in GTA. Texas is among them. Kansas State is among them. Villanova is among them. And Villanova's playing in a short line. Give me Xavier for a mortgage play. The better team at home against a moose shit Villanova team. This Villanova team is fucking horrible. I watched Providence play them, and if Providence could have shot at a 25% clip, we were shooting at a 16% clip. If we shot at a 25% clip, we would have blown their doors off. This Villanova team is horrible. So give me the better team.
I agree.
I'm keeping it simple. I'm tired of it, Krabs. I'm tired of it.
You're tired of taking Villanova's, and I don't blame you because I've given up on them. I actually gave up on them right before their big win in that last game. Can't make it up. So as soon as I stopped betting them in sharp spots, they come through, and Tyler Burton turned into LeBron and had 1 million points, and they play the best game of the season. But I'm with you in the spots. I like Xavier. I like the Xavier team. I'll be honest with you. I think they're a little bit better than their records. They're starting to show it a little bit, coming off of 2 big-time wins against St. John's and DePaul, who you have to beat, obviously, but they destroyed them. Okay, they did their job, put up 93 points. They can score. They can score. And Villanova coming off of that one good game they've had all season against your Providence boys, where they won and dominated, right? This is the fade spots. Villanova is not that guy, pal.
Not that
right?
guy.
They're fraudulent as heck. And we fade them today. I'm with you. I like that play.
Xavier Auburn moneyline bozo pack.
With
that plays.
Mason.
That would play.
A 3-team.
There's a lot of good, short favorites today you can use as little parlay pieces.
And Krabs, I'm going to throw my last play at you.
Give me that.
That aligns with the Xavier Villanova take. And it is that I'm tired of taking, because I'll be honest. Sometimes it gets me when people call me square. Sometimes it gets me when people say I like chalk. But I'll tell you what. I'm fucking done doing the opposite of what I've done my entire betting career. I'm done taking the shittier team just because Vegas is telling me to do it. I don't know how you do it every night. I don't know how you pick the ones that are going to be right because I pick them wrong. And I've been doing it too much. I've been looking into the lines way too much. And that's not what I do. I do matchups and the better teams. And then I look at the spreads.
And the jerseys.
And the jerseys. And
Sure.
if it's $1 beer night, that always matters.
That's the difference. I mean, Mikey, look, real quick. Let me go ahead and talk about that a little bit.
Yeah,
Because look, Rome was not built in a day. It took decades. Okay, betting like this, betting contrarian, fading the public, taking nasty lines, it's hard as shit. Like it's really tough. But it takes a while to figure out. It took me years to figure out.
I'm sitting there holding a Texas ticket, an unranked Texas ticket as a favorite against an Iowa State team that is ranked, watching my face get blown off. I'm done, man. I'm done.
I don't blame you. Then just square up for Kitch and take your plays, trust your gut. That's what I tell Trent when he's stressing out too much about plays. I'm like, trust your gut, brother. Don't be someone you're not. Okay?
Trust your gut. Which leads me to my next play, Krebs. Wisconsin -5.5 on the road. This Michigan team is fucking moose. It doesn't matter that Doug McDaniel's playing. It doesn't matter that they're at home. Juwan Howard has lost the program. He's probably lost the locker room. The students don't give a fuck. This Wisconsin team is 11th in the country, and they are banging on teams in the Big Ten like it's their job. This Michigan team is moose shit. Moose shit. This spread should probably be at 8.5, which is why everyone's going to take Michigan because it's a short spread. But Wisconsin should blow the doors off of this Michigan team.
Oof. I don't disagree.
Fuck.
I think Michigan might be fake sharp. I'm probably not going to get to the counter either, but I certainly am not betting the Badgers with the way they've looked the last two games. They look like they lost their superpowers, like in Space Jam when they lose their powers, right? That's what they look like right now.
Badgers right now.
The Badgers. They look bad. But look, I'm not going to be betting Michigan because I'm with you. I think it's too easy. I woke up with 5 messages on my Twitter feed asking me about Michigan today. That's when you know it's king.
That's when you know you take Wisconsin crabs.
At least staying off of it. Yeah, I'm not betting Michigan, but you got some cojones back in the Badgers after how they've looked the last 2 games.
All right, so you love George Mason. You like Auburn today. The last 2 things I wanted to ask you about, which are interesting spreads, 2 teams that I kind of 2 spreads that would fool me today, Crabs. Okay, from how I've been betting the last 3 days and have been like 5 and 15. 2 spreads that would fool me today. Cal -2.5 at home against USC. This Cal team is fucking moose shit. I know USC is moose shit too, but I think there's levels of moose shit. And I think Cal they're up to their neck in moose shit. And they're a favorite at home against USC. And the other one is Nebraska +6.5 going into Northwestern. I don't know how many times Vegas is going to give me the Cornhuskers with points and how many times I'm not going to take it. But I'm tired of not taking this red hot Cornhuskers team when they give me an absurd amount of points.
Yeah. I can get behind the first play 100%. I can get behind, who was it, Cal? Yeah, I can get behind Cal 100% in that spot. I like Cal in the ML. I might play that myself. But you're losing me on that second play. I'm not going to lie to you. You lost me there. You did. I'm not going to be able to take that. That's a little too square for me.
Nebraska with the points, though.
Nebraska with the points is not going to hit.
But this is exactly what I'm saying, though, guys. I feel like people have been saying that the past 2 games. They're playing Wisconsin. They were like +11.5. They lose by 8. They take them to overtime. They were -10.5 to Illinois. Oh, Mike, how do you know that spread? Oh, that's right, because I faded myself and I took Illinois -10.5 and had to watch them go into overtime and almost beat them outright. So how many times am I going to not take the points with this Nebraska team that clearly can play anywhere against anybody and keep it close? And I don't really value Northwestern that highly, to be honest with you. I really don't.
I don't blame you. I don't think Northwestern's that great either, but I'm surprised this line is this fat, man. And it's moved 2 points already towards Northwestern. Nebraska already beat Northwestern at home this season, by 6 points. It wasn't like it was that close. And now we turn around and the spread's all the way up to freaking Northwestern -6.
Crazy.
Are you kidding me? That doesn't make a lick of sense. I would at least stay off Nebraska today. And to be completely frank with you, like you've got a better chance of putting a half unit on the money line than putting a unit on the spread because they either win that game outright and shoot the lights out from 3 or they're about to lose by 20.
Or they get blown out. I agree.
Yeah.
I think they're one of those
half
teams.
Unit,
they're
half
one of those
unit
teams.
ML or nothing, I'd say, for Nebraska.
No, I agree. I think it's one of those teams too where they either, they either win outright or they're not covering the spread in this
Yeah.
spot, in a spot like
They
this.
either win and look like the 2015 Warriors and put up 90 points, or they get absolutely blown out because that's
Yep.
just how they roll. Yep.
No, I mean, hey man, you're not
Um,
wrong. Krabs, before we let you go, can I get a little Krabby Patty Super Bowl preview? You don't have to give me anything big. You don't have to give me anything, that you want to keep under wraps or anything that you're going to have in a secret pod. But just give me a little something about
100%.
the Super Bowl and what you're thinking about it. Because this might be the last episode of the week for the morning after. Because everyone's traveling.
Sure. And we need to get you on BTL tomorrow if you want to hop
Yes.
on and go over some football stuff. So
I
I
would
was going
love
to text you about that too.
I would love that.
Here's the deal. All right. I don't want to release, all the W's, all the plays. If you guys want to hear that, we're dropping the pod, I think tomorrow night late or Friday with all the Super Bowl coverage, all the Super Bowl plays, the book at BTL, exclusive pod number 2. So a lot of the plays are going to be there, but I will give you this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've been around this game for a while. All right. I've been studying lines like this for, almost 10 years. And sometimes I just get a feeling in my gut when I know that I have a winner. And the 49ers are a winner. The 49ers are winning this game.
No.
If the sports books pay out Patrick Mahomes as an underdog 3 weeks in a row, they might have to foreclose. They might go bankrupt. I've never seen a dog this public in a Super Bowl. And it's for one reason and one reason only, Pat Mahomes. But let's go back to the regular season.
Wow.
Let's see how this Chiefs team looked for the majority of the year. Moose.
Moose.
Their offense is inept. Their defense is good this year. I'll give them that. Best defense the Chiefs have had since Mahomes has been there. And I've been very impressed by them. They're good. Their secondary is good. But their offense has been moose. And they're going to go up against a 49ers defense that's been getting chirped for the last 2 weeks in a row saying the Chiefs are better. Look at the guys on that 49ers defense. And yeah, they haven't played well, but I'm sure they've been hearing that in their fucking ears the last 2 weeks. And they're going to put a stop to that. Because the real best defense in this game, the real best defense in the NFL that you haven't seen in the second half of the season because they got fat, happy, and complacent is about to show up in Vegas. And they're about to give Patrick Mahomes hell. Absolute hell. And look, we're going to be out there in Vegas. I'll tell you right now, I've already seen it. Chase Young is getting a sack.
Wow, that's fucking insane because he's played like a
I hate
boat.
it.
You know who's also
I
getting
hate
it back is George Karlaftis. That dude being on PP
Sure.
for 0.25. That's it.
Weird.
I'm just telling you.
The defenses will
He's telling
shine.
me.
The defenses will shine. Okay. Yeah, that's all I got. Everything else will be on the pod released late Thursday or Friday. As always, appreciate you having me on here. I wanted to ask you one more question before we dip. We've got a big weekend coming up. We've got a Vegas trip, right? What are you most excited about out there? Are you trying to hit the tables? What game? Have you been craving, itching to play anything?
I'm most excited about laying my $1,000 wager on one gentleman to score a touchdown.
Do you have the guy yet?
Oh, I've got the guy, Krabs.
Public info or no?
It is not public info, but I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
He loves a good shiesty. That's all I'll say.
Okay. You heard it here first, chat.
Loves a
He
good
likes a good shiesty. All right.
It will be dropped tomorrow in a video.
A Booper
Let's
Bowl,
go.
one man, one get.
One man, one
With the one man, one get. All right. Well,
yes.
Krabs, as always, thank you so much for coming on. We'll be back next week for the Thursday episode with normal Krabs time. But as always, we appreciate you so much for coming on, Krabs. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys go check out Krabs and the BTL squad coming up right after this. Make sure you listen to the exclusive pod dropping soon. If you haven't listened to the first one, I know it's already too far gone, but still a great listen. They do a great job. I actually like the pods.
That's great.
W's.
But Krabs, thank you so much, man.
Appreciate it. Chat, good luck today, Mikey. Let's cash today, brother. Why not us?
Hell yeah, Krabs.
Why not us? Peace,
Let's
boys.
Let's go. All right, Josh, let's get to our Plan B. It's already locked. Then we're going to pick the winner of the giveaway. And then we're going to get a little inspiration motivation.
Awesome. Also, before I do this, breaking news: Tiger Woods is back next weekend.
Wow.
He's back.
Back.
That's sick.
That's sick.
We just had to let you.
No, I love that.
All right, it's already locked today. Going back to Alabama and Auburn.
Wow. That's
163.
wow. That's a big over for that game.
Yeah. We're taking that.
All right. It's already locked. Is your Auburn, Alabama, the biggest over on the college basketball board? We take it every single
Yeah,
day.
Fat Girls, I'm going to have to address my play from last night. Pacific plus 21.5.
Yeah. Can we,
Yeah, they scored 43 points and gave up 84. So that almost got doubled. They almost doubled that.
I feel
But
like I
today-
warned you with
Yeah,
that one. That one
yeah.
felt horrible.
But you know what? Like, if you're gonna lose, you might as well lose by double the spread. That's
man,
2 days in a row.
I can't even
That's
win.
2 days in a row where the teams have actually gotten just dominated the entire game. Okay.
I can't even win, Josh. So I can't even be mad at you.
And I actually already had this. I know Bamuel has been spamming USC in chat, but we are ripping Cal -2.5.
Okay. Ooh, so the crabs line.
Yeah.
We're taking the crab line. I just got the chills because I burped and it was the fish fillet. I just want you to know the things that my body's going through after having eaten that for the second day in a row. All right, guys, listen. We're gonna pick the winner of the giveaway right now. A little trivia, Josh. The first person that answers this question correctly, okay, that answers this question correctly, wins $100. They're gonna have to send me a screenshot on Twitter of their Twitch account ownership, that they own that Twitch account. We're going to write the username down on a piece of paper, or Josh's going to type it on his computer. You guys are going to find me on Twitter. You're going to DM me a screenshot that proves that it's your account. Here is the college basketball trivia. On what collegiate team did this player play on? Herb Pope. I know it.
Okay, well, I don't know.
Let me see. Nope. Oh, C Steel. C Steel. Congratulations. C Steel. Congratulations. It was the Seton Hall Pirates.
Okay.
He had a span of games, Josh, where he was going to be the Big East Player of the Year. Then his family came, took him out for a 3-day bender on his birthday. He missed 2 practices, gained 15 pounds, and was never the same. Shout out Herb Pope, Seton Hall legend. C Steel. Send me a screenshot of the Twitch account ownership of that account on Twitter, and we're going to get you $100 today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for everyone else for tuning in. Before we go, we end every show with a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of motivation. And I saw this tweet from Damian Lillard on a college basketball's Instagram story slider. And I thought it was really unique. And I think, when you think about what Dame Lillard typed when he said it, I don't think it necessarily has to match everything that you've gone through or everything that he's gone through. But I think it can be fit to your own story. And it goes like this. I've survived too many storms to be bothered by raindrops. And that storm doesn't have to be anything major. It could be your first heartbreak. It could be a bad day of work. It could be, like me, a horrible couple days of betting. But do not let a couple raindrops in a week affect the way you move, the way you act, and the way that you treat the people that you love around you. Because you've survived too many of these storms to let one bad day throw you off your kilter. So do me a favor today. Open the umbrella. Don't worry about a couple raindrops because you've already been through the storms. So what's a bad Monday? What's a bad Tuesday? Okay? Umbrellas up. Take one step forward for me today. I love you guys. As always, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of The Morning After. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night from Josh and I in The Morning After. Stay right there. We got BTL coming up right next. You don't even have to change the stream. You keep it open. You keep it open. All right? And we'll see you here possibly tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe. We will see. Going to go through the schedules. I will tweet about it and let you guys know. Also putting out a platter that is going to clean sweep today. Almost at full fade. That is horrible juju. Enjoy BTL, guys. I'll be in the chat as well. See you later.